And in fight number 2 of the night, we got Montana De La Rosa taking on Luana Carolina. Two fighters kind of right outside the top 15 who've seen it all, who fought a lot of girls in the rankings. More Montana De La Rosa in terms of fighting ranked fighters, but they've both been in the UFC for years now, her and Luana Carolina. And whenever either fighter has kind of had that chance of cracking in the top 15, they failed so far. So that's why they're fighting each other. It's kind of going to see which prospect they're going to still try to push, but they both have some momentum here. Montana finally got back into the win column. She had not won a fight since 2020-21 before she won last year, and had 3 losses in a row. But she was able to beat Andrea Lee, which she's also on this card, Andrea Lee. And Luana Carolina is on a 3-fight winning streak. So she's been doing really well recently, even though she hasn't been facing the same level of opposition in comparison to Montana. And she missed weight once, so that's why she's probably getting this other test before she gets a top 15 opponent. But when I'm watching these two girls, how they fight, Montana, she does have that wrestling background, and if she can get on top of Carolina, I feel like she could hold her down, but she just doesn't do a good job of blending her wrestling with the striking. And Luana is always moving. Every fight that she's in, especially recently, the majority of the time, actually, I mean, not every fight, but the fighter she's going against is trying to take her down. So she's used to girls looking to clinch her and drag her to the mat. She's long. She's gotten pretty good at defending takedowns. So I just feel like Montana is going to be reduced to striking here, because she just doesn't set her takedowns up the greatest. If she does try to wrestle, I feel like Carolina can kind of shut that down and do some work in the clinch. We've seen Mayra Bueno Silva do a lot of good work in the clinch against Montana. And at range, I mean, Montana has improved with her straight punches, and it seems like she's gotten a little bit more confident, sharper. Her variety in the striking is even a little better. She was throwing some elbows her last fight, but to me, she's still kind of basic, and her footwork, she's a little bit slow and choppy. I think she is going to struggle to close that distance on Luana, who, even though she might not have like a crazy reach advantage, she's throwing kicks and she's kind of like throwing punches, leaning backwards, and just she accentuates her reach in a weird way while making herself kind of elusive and awkward, hard to hit. And it's proven to be a hard style to deal with because she also has high volume and good cardio, so she's going to be there sticking and moving for 3 rounds. Fighters get kind of, what's the word I'm trying to use? They'll get frustrated, and then that's where Luana can kind of capitalize and pitter-patter her way to get decision wins. And kind of what I see happening here. I mean, maybe Montana can surprise me and come in here and close that gap better and show that she has the superior boxing, which I think she does, or mix in the takedowns, but I just think she's going to struggle to close that distance. She's going to be getting out-volumed, and she's going to probably fail on some takedowns that doesn't look good in the judges' eyes, and Luana's going to take this in a competitive decision. So Luana Carolina will be my prediction.